Well, good morning, everybody. I hope that you are doing well. Thank you for tuning in today, stopping by. Go grab yourself a large coffee from Dunkin's or wherever. I don't know. It is kind of late February. I purchased my freshwater fishing license from Massachusetts this morning. I've been kind of off the radar for a few months here. My wife and I moved at the beginning of January, and I was just really busy. I broke 3 fishing rods last year, and by the time the last one broke, I was out of fishing rods, and I don't know. I was just a little burnt out, so I know it's cold, so they probably won't bite on anything. But it just looks so trouty in here. I'm not even sure if I'll fish a little bit. I gotta at least get a little bit of a dangle on, but I more wanted to come out, find a sunny spot, which I think I have, and just talk to you guys about the equipment that I use for fishing. There was a subscriber, Bella Rose, months ago, asked me if I would make a video discussing that specifically, just what kind of stuff I use for trout fishing, and I just never got around to it, so I'm getting around to it now, 4 months later. So we find a warm little corner to sit on. I'll go over my gear with you guys, talk to you guys just about oh man, I got so much to talk to you guys about. Man, guys, that, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but that right there is deep. That's probably a good 6-7 feet deep. And I'll almost bet you there's a fish tucked up under there somewhere. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. That's a ticket right there. Show you guys what I'm looking at right now. Take a look at this. Telling you guys, I know it doesn't feel like it, but spring is almost there. Man. It's been a long winter. This is something simple like this. This is like, it's the pharmacy, you know? You just can't get better medicine than this. Sitting in the sun, listening to the water and the birds, and I'm just gonna try to give you guys an overview of what I fish with. And I'll be honest, I have a small bag of fishing, 2 fishing poles, and a small bucket at home with fishing gear, and that's it. You know, I don't know, I would rather have less and really keep it well maintained and organized and all of that than have tons of stuff. And you know, I see some guys, they'll go fishing and they'll have like 3, you know, trash bags like full of stuff, and they got the sprays and all the tricks and stuff, and that's just not me, you know. It takes that, for me personally, it takes away from the experience. Some people absolutely love that, and they get into all their goodies and stuff, and if that's you, then you know, go for it. That's awesome. Basically, every time I go fishing, I grab this bag and I grab a short rod like this. I'm sorry if it's windy. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. This is Shakespeare's micro spin rod. I don't know how long exactly this one is, but you can get these things for $16 at Walmart. And they're really, really great little rods. The reel itself is by Lew's, and it's called Mr. Trout. I got it on sale at Dick's Sporting Goods for, I think, $20. And I used it all last year. It's a great little reel. The one I used before that, I had for 10 years. You know, you don't have to break the bank to get into fishing. And for me personally, I can be pretty brutal on my gear. If I see a river and I want to cross it, or a stream or something, and I can't do it with something in my hand, I'll just chuck this across. I mean, you know, they're cheap enough to replace, and, you know, I try to take care of my gear. I'm not obviously just like purposely trying to break stuff, but I don't know. It takes away from the experience if I'm constantly worried about breaking a piece of gear, for me. So this is a military surplus bread bag. I don't even know what it's called. Like, I think it's Finnish, a Finnish one. And you can get these, I think, for like $25. My brother gave me this one. So inside of it, this is a GoPro thing. Doesn't really pertain to fishing. I always have this with me, which I'll go into in a second in detail. I'll go close up with it. Little plano, maybe $3 for this sucker. This is a little zip pouch from Fjallraven. Inside of there, I just heard a fish drop. I'm like an old woman with a purse right now. I'm like, oh, let me see what mince. So I got pliers with a lanyard that I installed myself so I wouldn't lose it in the water. So these are like $30 pliers. Cheap couple dollar stringer. I've got a weight in here. You know, if you get stopped by a ranger in New Hampshire, a lot of the laws, I think it's like 5 or 5 pounds or something like that. You gotta know how much fish you're carrying. And I just keep my license in there, and then usually some like power bait. So this is my go-to. This is the garlic scented. You guys have seen this in almost all my videos probably. I gotta restock on these, but just the garlic scented power balls. And I love these things. Those are kind of my go-to little trout magnet there. So yeah, all that stuff goes in this little bag, which also has a carabiner on it. So I could basically turn this into a mini version of this. And I can clip it to my side if I'm, you know, really kind of crawling through the woods. Other than that, I've got a knife in here for filleting stuff. There's pockets within the inside of this. I don't know how well you can see it, but snap pockets, and I could keep like GoPro batteries. I keep usually some Ziploc bags in there, just so that I can, if I want to take a fish home. But yeah, knife, bag with a handful of things, and then this in my fishing rod. And that's, I mean, I sling this over my side, and I've got extra room. I can throw a raincoat in there, or little things like that. And that's the majority of the time what I'm carrying. Let me put that there. And let me give you guys a close-up of what I actually use for fishing. All right, you guys. So here's the close-up shot. So I've got some big weights in here for lake fishing, and this is also for lake fishing. So the way I set this up is it's basically for trout, for panfish, and for lake fishing. So this stuff here is just for lake, and I keep that with me. Then I've got some little weights. This is kind of what I use the majority of the time when I'm fishing, if I'm not using the power balls. These are just little kind of gummy, I don't even know what you'd call them, little tubers and stuff like that. I catch a lot of trout, a lot of fish on these. These yellow ones, that's what I was catching all my my brook trout on. I don't know why that's not focusing. All the brook trout on this spring at Willard Brook. You guys can see that video. So yeah, a bunch of little tubers. I just went through and cleaned this out because almost every single one of these lures had line attached to it because I just clip them and toss them in. So I cleaned this out. I usually keep like one popper, like jitterbug, with me. This guy, I think I've caught like one fish on this little Rapala. This is just a cheap spinner in case I just want to mess around, I guess. Keep one little bobber with me. This guy, who you can see his butt's been beat to smithereens. I've caught a lot of crappie on him. And then I just have like a bunch of spinners. So these are like mostly rooster tails. Yeah, mostly just rooster tails. With the exception, I think, one of them. I don't remember the name of the silver one in here. But anyway. And then beside that, I use trebles. And size 16 specifically. That's the ticket. I'm completely out. I probably went through close to 100 last year. Between the trebles that I gave away and the ones that I used, legit went through probably close to 100. And that's it, guys. I mean, it's a really simple little setup. There's not a lot to it. I don't know if that answers your questions, Bella, Rose, or any of you guys have been curious about kind of what is in here exactly, but I gotta restock, you know. So when I restock, I'll buy a bunch of the garlic scented power balls and treble hooks, size 16, and that's about it, you know. For trout fishing, like a day like today, I might try the power balls on a treble hook with a split shot, like a weight above it, toss it in and just kind of see some of the deep pools if they're hungry for it. But winter's a tough time, you know. Trout are fairly inactive. They're just trying to like conserve their calories and hide up in little areas, and as the weather gets warmer here, they'll start hopefully moving around, but it won't be for a while. I keep it simple. I try not to spend a lot on my fishing gear. It adds up really quick. And I would rather invest money into like clothing and things like that are going to keep me warm and comfortable while I'm out. That to me is just more important, because there are a lot of times when you go fishing you just don't get anything. So being comfortable while you're just sitting out there, or even like today, I don't know, that to me is more important. But if you've got the finances to, you know, buy a $100 rod and, you know, just fill a cabinet full of all sorts of stuff to try out, go for it. You know, you'll find that a lot of the things that you learn, you just learn from other fishermen. And every location is different. Incredible, you know, you can have a mountain with a pond on either side, and the fish will look completely different on one side as they do the other. But I'm going to do some fishing in a second, but I just want to thank you guys, you know, just for all your kind comments, and it's been really cool to see people interacting with each other in the comments. I had some videos with over 40 comments, and I was like, I don't remember responding to that many, and I looked and it was just you guys interacting with each other and talking about fishing tips and stuff. And that's just so cool to me that, you know, there's kind of a community within this YouTube channel of people helping each other out. I'm just gonna toss a few in and see what happens. I have very, very low expectations. I gotta throw something in this hole. Oh my gosh, don't look, guys, don't look. I'm embarrassing. Oh man, this is the way the season's gonna start, huh? Man, my fingers are already numb. Alright, I'll let you know if I catch anything. Stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. Well, guys, I got totally skunked while trying to fish. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up and make sure to comment below where you guys would like to see me fish this year. If you have any winter trout fishing tips or places that you like to go, where you've been ice fishing, all that kind of stuff. There is still some time in the season where I could get out and ice fish. I really wanted to this year, and it hadn't happened. The only places that I know of that are like I'm definitely gonna get fish are in spots in New Hampshire. So if you know of any good spots in Mass where you can definitely catch some fish, some good eaters. I really wanted to go and catch perch this winter. That was like a goal of mine. It just didn't happen. So if you know of any spots for that, and if you have any ideas as to what kind of videos you guys want to see, feedback is super helpful. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.